Hello, hello. I am not at my normal location. I'm actually at a sip and paint party, but I felt the need to still go and do my face. I wanted to come to you guys and let you know that I am not at my normal location, as you can see, but I still wanted to go and do the Facebook Live today. So, what I'm talking about today is employees do not leave companies or jobs, they leave bad managers. They leave people behind that have done them wrong. They leave people behind that have found ways to treat them badly, and ultimately that leaves room for the company to do bad and make the employee feel bad, and also it will make the employee leave the company. So that being said, I just wanted to let you guys know that if you are thinking about leaving the company, um, think about all your options, weigh out all your options. Don't make any hasty decisions. If the manager that is treating you bad is making you feel in a way that you can't perform your job, then you do need to seek out other ways to get out of the company. I would just say don't make any hasty decisions. Always think it out. Think out the process. Think about, what you're doing, how you're feeling, and don't make any hasty decisions. So, I know people have been through experiences where the manager is, making them feel a certain kind of way, isolating them from tasks, things that they're consorting or conspiring against the employee. So always make the human resources aware of any things that are going on within the organization. HR always wants to retain employees, and they always want to make sure that um, there's an environment, a safe work environment. So that being said, you just don't want to make any hasty decisions on leaving an organization. So make sure that you notify your supervisor, notify um, the employer that you are, so sorry, that you are making, of course, making an effort to stay within the organization, but always let them know what's going on. Sometimes employers don't know what's going on, and they have to be made aware of accusations or things that are happening in the organization, or you're being threatened, or um, and, a, and a boss is making you do things that are not legally supposed to be done. So you want to make sure that you're protecting yourself at all costs, because that means taking notes, making yourself aware of any things that are going around in your surroundings, because ultimately, if you leave the company, you need to make sure that you're making the right decision for yourself. So that being said, I just want you to get I want to give you advice on making the right decisions. I know there are some bad employers out there, or there are also some good employers. So I just want you guys to make conscious effort to realize the difference, make yourself aware. If you are being treated unfairly, make sure you're taking the necessary notes. Make sure that you're protecting yourself in every way that you can. So if you ever decide to leave the company, that you are protected. Um, like I said, this is not my normal place to do a Facebook Live, but I didn't want to disappoint and not show up. But I hope that you guys are taking this information and making an informed decision on what you need to do in case an employer, manager, or someone is treating you unfairly. You want to make sure that you're just not being too sensitive or anything like that. Sorry about that. That you are taking the necessary actions to protect yourself. So I know that there are people, managers that will nag you, that will come after you, that will treat you unfairly, that will talk bad about you to make you feel unwelcome, will isolate you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. And I just want you guys to know that you are in a work environment, in a setting that HR has to be aware of those different interactions with your manager or supervisor that may be treating you unfairly. So just make sure that you reach out to your HR to inform them on what's going on with you and your supervisor or your manager, because there are actions that they can take if they feel that your manager is causing a hostile work environment. There are ways that you can confront HR and let them know what's going on and what's transpired, because once you put HR on notice, they are on notice and they have to take some kind of effort to remedy what's going on between you and your manager. Okay. After you filed an L&I claim, this is what happened to you. So you feel that you were retaliated against because you filed an L&I claim. That is not right, and you should not be retaliated at any cost, because that is your right to file an L&I claim, which is a workers' comp claim. In Washington, it's called the L&I claim. In most states, it's called the workers' compensation claim. But if you do feel, Monica, that you have been discriminated against or retaliated against because you filed a workers' comp claim, then you should take necessary actions to find out why you are terminated. Thank you for joining. So, like I said, there are managers that do not do the right thing, and it is in your best interest is to contact your human resources department. And if human resources is not doing anything, then escalate it up to senior management leadership of the organization, so they can take necessary action to make sure that you are being treated fairly and that there is no retaliation in any sorts. But I think everyone has been in a situation where they have a supervisor or boss that may have taken their authority and taken it to the next level and taken it really out of control, where they're abusing their authority and not using it in the right efforts to lead by example and to be the best that they can be with their employees, but they're taking advantage of their authority and using that power against other employees, which is not in the right light for any employer to do that. So we just have to be very careful on how we interact with our supervisor, how we interact with our management team. And management needs to lead by example, because there will be times when a good employee will leave an organization because of somebody that they're working with. And employers don't want to lose good employees to another competitor because of something that's going on in the organization that they may not be aware of. Monica says, what about if you filed an HR investigation complaint, but they did nothing about it, or they didn't do anything? Well, if that happened, then like I said, you need to take it to the next level, senior leadership. If that goes all the way up to the president of the company, they need to be aware of the situation, that the management team is not handling a situation properly, and then they can get involved and try to figure out, come to a best resolution. Thank you for joining, Anne. Appreciate that. But yeah, like I said, I'm not at my regular place where I hold my lives, but I did want to come and talk to you guys just briefly about Why do people leave companies? And it's mainly because of management. It's not because of the work that they do. It's mainly because of the people that they work for. It's in an unhealthy environment. Um, and it's causing strife within the organization. It's causing a hostile work environment, and people don't like to walk on eggshells. They want to come to an organization where they're happy and they're thriving and they're working hard every day. They don't want to come to an organization where the manager or the supervisor is causing strife or causing a hostile work environment. So definitely, you want to make sure that if this is happening to you, that you take the necessary steps and you take, action on far as taking notes on what happens throughout the day if you are being mistreated unfairly. So you want to make sure that you document everything that's going on in the organization and just make sure that you're protecting yourselves as an employee. I know some people will just leave the organization. Sometimes they will not give a 2-week notice. They will just leave the organization and not give the notice, that the proper notice, that they need to just want to get out of the environment because it's causing them too much stress. And stress causes other ailments and things of that sort. So, okay, Monica says the state did not care. Well, if the state didn't care, then that's up to you to decide on what you want to do. You can either leave the organization, or you can stay and put up a fight, or, take the necessary actions that you need to take to leave the organization. But you just have to do what's best for you. In that state of mind, if you are under stress or in a hostile work environment, I would advise for you to find the right opportunity, another job opportunity that's right for you, and move on from the organization. If they're causing you a lot of strife, you don't want to harbor on that. So like I said, I didn't want to stay on long. I did want to make my commitment to do my live. And I appreciate all the people that have tuned in today. And you can watch, if you're watching the replay, please share this to your family and friends. And I look forward to talking to you guys soon. And if there's anything that I can do to assist, please don't hesitate to reach me at www.1hrexpert.com. And I look forward to talking to you the following week. Thank you guys, and enjoy your Sunday evening. Peace.